Welcome back to Learning CSS. Let me show you how you can create a tooltip. It's in principle a hover effect. We can add this to any object. I just create a div container and then we're going to nest a div container inside. And the first one will be the tooltip, the other one the tooltip text. But at first it looks like this, like we have two regular text elements, both are visible. But we only want the first one hover to see the tooltip to be visible, and then if we hover over it with the mouse, the tooltip text should be shown. To do that, we can select both elements using classes. We call it tooltip and tooltip text. As I've said, the basic principle is a simple hover effect. To create that, we use the .tooltip class and the .tooltip text class. We'll have to set the visibility for our tooltip text to hidden, and this makes it disappear. That's the default state, so not the hover state. And the hover state, we'll have to add it afterwards. But be careful here, it's not the tooltip text hover. We are hovering over the tooltip, so the other text. The first one right here, hover to see the tooltip. Therefore, we'll have to use tooltip : hover. And if that is active, we're going to target our tooltip text and set its visibility to visible. And that's all there is for the basic effect. So hover over this and you can see tooltip text just blinks or gets shown. You can obviously style this a little bit to make it look more appealing. But everything that comes now is just optional. It's just an addition to the basic effect that uses this hover option, or let's call it the hover state. First up, we can give a border bottom to our tooltip. The default display leaves us with this. We want to have this dotted line as big as our text, so we'll set our position to relative, and then the display to inline block. And now we have this line beneath our tooltip. Still a little bit of a gap there. We're going to get rid of it later on by adjusting our tooltip text. First up, let me give that a width. I'll try 120. Maybe that's a little bit too big. We will see. If I now give this a background color and a color, we can try out different values. But first up, let me add here the tooltip class as well. So this is the regular state without hovering, and the one beneath is the one with hovering. Set background minus color, I'll make that black, and I'll set the color to white. Let me also align the text, and you can see already here our width is a little bit too big. I guess I can even go below 100. Let me set up the padding. And yes, we can go down. I make that 3 and 0. I'm gonna set a border radius. Let me try 5. That gives it rounded corners. I'll try 80 pixel for the width. Even that still fits. Let me try 85. That should look best for our text. So what about now with this little gap right here? When the hover state isn't active, we want to get rid of that. To do that, we'll set the position to absolute. And now our underline switches directly underneath our tooltip. And I set the Z index for this tooltip text to 1, because whenever we have something beneath it, the tooltip should be on top of it. Let me just create an element here beneath our div container, maybe a simple paragraph. Now you can see that the Z index makes this appear on top of it. And if you now want to adjust the position, you can use top, bottom, left and right to do that with simple pixel values. Even -10 wasn't enough. Let me try -15. Or we still leave it too far down. -20 should be fine. And left, I'll add, let's say 20 pixels as well. I will check it. There you go. As I've said, right and bottom, you can also use that to reposition your tooltip text, but this is the basic setup that you need to create such a tooltip in simple CSS. Hope this video was helpful, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.